This is our ultimate guide to the guns of PUBG, giving you an insight into every weapon so you can be deadly as soon as your feet hit the ground. In part 1 we looked at assault rifles, SMGs, pistols and LMGs, and now we'll finish the list with DMRs, sniper rifles, shotguns and the crossbow. We've got the detailed stats of each weapon so you can find out which is the most powerful, and tips on how to use them effectively with accessories and upgrades. Chicken dinner is on us. DMRs. Sitting somewhere between assault and sniper rifles, designated marksman rifles are awesome for medium range precision. The Mini 14 is less powerful and moddable than other similar weapons, but has the highest bullet speed in the game. With a large mag, semi-auto blasting at close range is possible if you're cornered. A good weapon in the early game, but the lower damage output can be a problem in the late game when everyone is armored up. Swap for a SCAR or an SKS when you can. Ideally suited to mid to long range combat, the SKS has high damage and a very good rate of fire compared to other long range weapons, giving it slightly more flexibility than dedicated sniper rifles. Very long range or short range situations will find it wanting though. As long as you can place your shots, the SKS can carry you through a whole game. Prioritize looking for a good scope, ideally a 6 or 8 times after picking it up. Pack an assault rifle as well to deal with short to mid-range threats. An SKS on steroids, the MK14 deals out high damage at long range but with the added option of a full auto firing mode. Though tough to control, the MK14's full auto setting will eviscerate enemies in a close range situation. Stick to semi-auto for mid to long range targets. A relatively new addition to the arsenal, the SLR is similar to the SKS in bullet velocity and range, but deals slightly more damage and supports a few less mods. It's early days yet, but it looks to fill a similar niche to the SKS. Sniper rifles. Need something a bit more precise and deadly than a DMR? Then you'll want a long range, high caliber rifle, perfect for sniping. The Kar98K is the most accessible source of fatal damage at long ranges. Capable of killing even armored opponents with a single headshot, the Carabiner is a highly prized weapon. Unfortunately, it's slow to fire, slow to reload, and has slow bullet speed. It's useless at close range and needs significant target leading at long range. Something of a gamble, and even more so if you can't find a good scope. Getting a suppressor is also worth doing. The extra time it takes for enemies to spot your position could give you the time you need to load the next shot. Generally an improvement over the Carabiner. The M24 is faster to load, has faster bullet velocity and better damage. Being a bolt action rifle however, it's still not going to be usable at close range. Due to its slow reload, it's best outfitted with an extended mag. Like the Kar98 though, it's a gamble. In the very late game, when the map starts getting very small, swap it out for an assault rifle. The stealth sniper rifle of choice, the VSS fires sub-sonic rounds and has an integrated suppressor, meaning your enemies are going to struggle to find you. Unfortunately, it has extremely poor bullet speed and low damage, requiring considerable compensation for drop-off. Because of its low damage and range, you need to pick your moment. Going for healed, armored targets is a bad idea. Try and pick off people that are already struggling. The VSS is an ambush weapon, so if your cover's blown, switch to a good AR instead. This super long range sniper rifle is the highest damaging weapon in the game, killing any player with a single headshot, armor or no. It's slow though, so keep something in reserve to deal with close range ambushes. Everything we said about the Kar98K, dial it up to 11. If you miss a shot, don't hang around to try and line up another one. Move and switch weapons immediately. This classic repeating sniper rifle is only available on the Miramar desert map, but it packs a punch. Headshots should usually score a knockdown. Sadly, the only mod it allows are bullet loops, leaving this sniper rifle with no access to scopes. Without scopes, this sniper rifle is the inferior to every other long range option. If you have no other choice though, you might be able to score a quick sneaky headshot. Shotguns. Some spray and pray at close range, others prefer dealing out fistfuls of buckshot at high speed. PUBG has a range of shotguns with their own strengths and weaknesses. This hunting shotgun can fire 2 shells almost simultaneously, putting down anything at close range. You better hope that you land those shots though, as with a long reload, if you miss, you die. Good in the early game for taking out looters in buildings before they're properly equipped. In the long run, you'll be better off with an SMG when you can find one. This shotgun has a similar damage output to the S686, but with one important difference. Much lower rate of fire, but with a much bigger magazine. In a close quarters fight, you want to make your first shot count, but you're less likely to be left with an empty gun. Better than the S686, but still not as good as a well-modded SMG. Best use case is camping doorways and stairs when you're almost guaranteed not to miss. A semi-automatic shotgun, the S12K excels at close range room clearing. It has quicker reloads than the other shotguns due to being magazine fed, but has the same range limitations of all shotguns. It's also much more moddable than the other shotguns, but can't be fitted with a choke. Due to its higher spread, keep this for room clearing. Useful if you're also carrying an assault rifle, but if you've got a marksman rifle, you'll be better off with an SMG. Serves a similar role to the S686, but takes up a sidearm slot instead of a main slot. Excellent burst damage and well worth taking along for those close encounters. Like the P18C, taking this as your sidearm frees up a secondary slot that would usually go to a shotgun, so take this and grab a nice SMG. And finally, the Crossbow. The Crossbow is fiddly to use. It takes an age to reload, and unless you can get a clean headshot, it can be hard to confirm a kill. In the final moments of the game, however, the Crossbow can be invaluable. With it, you can hide in the brush and pick off the last contenders silently at close range. In the final moments, follow these steps. Locate opponents, wait until they engage with each other, crawl close enough to get a good shot, wait for one to win the firefight, and then kill the winner. Got any hot PUBG weapon tips that we didn't cover? Drop them in the comments below. Click the thumbs up if you liked this video, and subscribe to Ultimo Hombre for more game guides, competitive gaming, and news from our live events. See you next time.